Well, welcome back into the Mid-Norfolk vegetable garden. You may remember this rowan tree that we showed you earlier in the season. So early this year, covered in red rowan berries. But now all gone. Birds have had the absolute lot, disappeared. Like so many of the rowans, they came very early but they just didn't last. I've got a lot of work on here in the vegetable garden at this time of year, particularly with these fruit canes. And these globe artichokes really do need cutting back. I was videoing the ones at Blickling this morning, and theirs are looking a lot tidier than mine with the fresh growth coming up. So a tidy up job there is definitely on the cards. But come down to the bottom of the garden and have a look at this rather rare but special pink rowan, which is so lovely at this time of year. This rowan is a very special variety, and I don't know the name of it or the hybrid, but it flowers and fruits usually on a biannual basis. But when it does, it gives this fantastic display of pinky, dusky rowan berries against this sort of silvery orange foliage at this time of year. This is the tree that we've got the Paul's Himalayan musk growing through, and it struggles to compete with that because it's such a thug, but most of that growth is now to the east, leaving this tree to come as it does arching over the back garden wall. And in the evening light, this is just a wondrous thing to see at this time of year, with this crop of berries just glowing. Our hedges here on the farm have all been flail cut this week. For those of you who aren't familiar with flail cutting, it's a mechanical tractor driven device on an elevated arm that can be manoeuvred, and it literally is a rotating flail of blades that goes through a hedge, anything up to around 4 inches thickness of wood, and just flails it away. This is a lime hedge which was up to 20-25 feet at one time. It was pollarded back and then sequentially cut and allowed to shoot from the base, and we've now got a very nice hedge going down the back border. But at this time of year it's great to have it cut down to around this 6-foot mark, because it does let the low sun stream into the garden, particularly in the winter months when it sets directly in front of us there, but is low all year round. My job for this afternoon is this iris border. Behind this lovely bank of sedums is hidden a run of irises which we need to tidy up and clean up now, let the air get down to them. But also here's the real job, getting this ground elder out, which has really got established here over the summer. So I'm going to work this with a trowel without trying to uproot too many of the irises, and see how much of this I can get out over the next couple of hours. So here we are, I've worked my way right way along this back border of the irises, and we've cleared out 9/10 of that ground elder and all the other weed that was around here. And what you'll see I haven't done is cut back these irises completely at this stage in the year. If you are a neat freak, it is possible to pull these back down and expose a tidy new shoot like that one, but you are exposing a very delicate tip to the worst of the winter weather and any trauma, so that is quite a tender shoot that now, whereas with the older brown shoots around it, it does give it some winter protection. So we're not going to tidy this any more than that. We're going to leave these sedums to dry over winter, and they'll give us form, and even when the colour's completely gone from them, we'll get some lovely frost detailing on that in the depths of winter. But they'll also give some protection to these irises that are growing in the back bit behind, and we won't tidy these up until these shoots really start into growth later in the spring now. So that's that border done and put to bed for the winter months. As it gets a little bit colder, you'll see some more dieback on these irises, but that's perfectly natural, and with the protection at the front we won't be looking at the mess anyway over winter, so it's an ideal mix planting this